Welcome back to the show. Carl, you ready to get things started?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. We're having fun tonight, folks. That's what it's all about. Back from spring break, we're having fun.
Fun.
You're beautiful. All right, my guest tonight is a very well-known man. In 2009, he bought the Greenbrier Resort and restored it to a luxury hotel. He has also opened a casino within the hotel and plays host to a yearly PGA tournament. He is in Huntington this past week speaking at the Chamber of Commerce annual dinner. Please welcome Jim Justice. There he is. Hello, sir. Thank you for coming on. This is Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. How you doing, man? Great to see you. Am I going here?
You're going right here.
Okay.
Right here. Have a seat.
Okay.
Goodness. And you're what? You're like 8'3", because I'm 6'7".
I'm 8'3",
Yeah.
and 167 pounds.
There you go. Right, same here, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show. I know you're a very busy man, and we're not going to go long, but the whole reason why we're here, folks, I don't know if you know this or not, but 21-5 this year. This is the coach of the Greenbrier East girls basketball team.
There
Come
you
on.
go. Okay.
21-5.
It wasn't bad, except the last game didn't turn out very hot.
And that's the one that coach remembers. It's always the last game,
right,
isn't it?
That's right. You're only good as your last win, so you know.
First round of the playoffs, Bridgeport.
Nightmare. Tell you the
Really?
truth. Yeah, I mean, the kids from Bridgeport played great. I thought we really played halfway decent. Halftime, you know, the score's 45-37. I thought, well, you know, we're on track for 74, and we're getting beat like a drum. So, you know, but they played really well.
That's the playoffs, so that's what it's all about.
Good.
But in all seriousness, you've got so much going on, but yet you take time, and you're the head coach, and you're not just one of those guys to sit there and just call the plays in. You're pacing the sidelines. You're bringing the subs in. What is that experience like for you? Is it something just to get away from the day-to-day work?
Oh, Jamie, I don't know if I'd say that. You know, I've done this forever. I mean, I've coached almost 1,000 games. I coached a semi-pro team. I've coached kids forever, and I love being with them. And, you know, I mean, it's real simple. I mean, you know, I have a real commitment to the good Lord, then to my family, then to employees, and then to kids. And that's the play I run. That's what I do over and over and over. And I do take it seriously. I said a bunch of times, you know, I really can only do 3 things really well. One of them, I can really make a deal. The other one, I can really shoot a shotgun well. And the last thing, I can really coach a basketball team.
I love it.
So I kind of stick to the things that I can do halfway decent.
Well, I tell you, there's a 4th thing that he does really well. And I don't know if you can tell this or not. Very well, when you get behind a podium, you speak. You're a great public speaker. I saw you at the 2010 Lewis College of Business inductee ceremony, and you had a funny story. I don't know if you want to tell the story or not, but it was a funny story, and I thought, this guy's great.
Now, you don't really want me to tell that story.
I don't know. Well, again, you know, you might get censored. Probably not. They're not going to censor you. I don't know if you know that or not. But
well, that night,
you
know, I believe I caught a lot of people off guard. You know, I walked in and I said, you know, really and truly, I was outside, the wind blowing, my hair was in a lot of different directions and everything. I came through the door, had a top coat on and all that bit and everything, came through the door and everything, and there was this gentleman standing there, had a nice, really eloquent suit looking, you know, guy, had his hair pulled back in his ponytail, and you could tell he was aged and weathered and everything. And everybody's just glued to me thinking, you know, boy, this is for real and everything. And then I said, how are you doing, sir? And he didn't speak. And then he stood up and he was just staring right at me. And I thought, well, what is going on here and everything? And I said, sir, can I help you with anything? And he still didn't speak. And then I kind of turned away and I was talking to 2 or 3 different people, and I looked back and he's just glued to me and he's 10 feet away. And I said, sir, is there a problem or anything like that? And then he spoke. And when he spoke, you could tell he was an American Indian. And he looked at me so seriously, and the people are all just sitting there thinking, you know, where is he going with this? And he looked at me real seriously and said, 60 years ago, under big moonlit meadow, I make love with buffalo. I believe maybe you my son. And when I said that, you know, everybody just went all to pieces and thought, well, this guy, you know, this guy's an idiot. So,
so it starts to show.
You know, it started out just the way I wanted it to.
That's great. No, that's funny. And again, you just have such commanding presence, I guess. It's just something that everyone they're drawn to you because you are a funny guy and you're very successful at what you do. But again, I just love the whole basketball background. That's your bread and butter, I guess, right?
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I really believe that if you're going to be successful in your life and everything, you've got to have a real passion for what you're doing. you've got to be enthusiastic about what you're doing, and you got to not take yourself to the full seriously. I mean, the good Lord gave us the wonderful ability to smile and to laugh and to enjoy life, and really and truly, that's what I do. Now, it's a lot of work.
Right.
It's a lot of frustration and a lot of stress and all that bit, but at the same time, I enjoy what I'm doing, and I do have a real passion for what I do.
Well, let's talk about what you're doing, especially at the Greenbrier, because you've, in the past, 2 years now, you've really changed it and really turned it around. I mean, the Holyfield fight was this past January. You got the PGA Golf Tour. What else is going on at the Greenbrier?
Well, we're trying to do all kinds of new stuff every day. We are tickled to death that the occupancy levels are off the chart, but it's been like turning a major aircraft carrier. This isn't like turning a speedboat. I mean, it's a big deal. And but it's turning, and it's moving in the right direction. We've got the Mrs. America pageant coming, and that's going to come here just not very long. We've got all kinds of things. We're working on a medical component. We're working on just all kinds of different things. We're surely dialed in working on the golf tournament. That's coming again real soon.
This is July 25th, I believe, right?
That's right. That's right.
Now, let's talk about something else you have up there that probably a lot of college kids would like, is the casino.
Yeah, right.
When did that just come? I mean, I got to be honest with you. I'm a little upset. July 2nd, 2010 is when you did the grand opening of the casino.
That's right.
He had Shaquille O'Neal, Jessica Simpson, Jennifer Gardner, Ben Affleck.
You're forgetting the best one. Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds.
Okay.
79-year-old.
79-year-old. First movie was June Bride, I Love Melvin, Halloween Town. She was 5 years younger. Imagine.
Jim, where were we? Where were we? Why didn't we get the call?
Well, I mean, we really didn't want you to come.
See, that's the point. He's being 100% honest. This is great.
No,
now, let's be honest. My son had his first birthday party at Camden Park, the first and fun here in Huntington. I'm sure you've heard of Camden Park,
well, I've
right?
been there a bunch of times.
So I would have had to turn you down, but...
I wouldn't have.
No, Kyle would have been there.
Kyle, you should have seen Raquel Welch. Honest to goodness. She looks like she's 25 years old, and she is not too bad looking.
And I'm 25, and I look like I'm 72. We would match.
And Lionel
I think
Richie?
you guys would have made a real match.
Well, you still have her number?
I got to sing Happy Birthday to Jessica Simpson. Pretty neat little experience, to tell you the truth.
Pretty neat little girl, too, isn't she?
I'd say.
I got to kick Charles Barkley out after a while.
Charles. I got to play golf with Charles the next day, of all things.
How is he good? I mean, he says that he's just an amateur golfer, but is he a good golfer?
He's terrible. What do you mean?
Well, he promotes himself. Oh, I'm a good golfer, and he's horrible.
I mean, he's completely terrible. I played with Dr. Jim Andrews, John Smoltz played with us, and Charles and I, and we hit balls on the practice range forever. Charles hit it perfect, and I said, okay, Charles and I can play them, and everything. Smoltz can really play, and everything, and so, we go to the first tee. Charles says, let's play for $100. I said, okay, let's do it, and everything. Well, they hit, boom, right down the middle. I hit it halfway decent, and Charles got up there, and honest to God, it's the truth. If I die right now, he hadn't done this a single time. He took the club back and like this, and the dirt flew everywhere, and the ball went about 3 feet.
And you're more worried about cleaning, get the divot out.
This is
Come
my
on.
partner.
Exactly.
This is my partner. It cost me $900 is what he did. He
That's
finished
horrible.
2 holes. He's terrible. He's just terrible.
And then Shaquille O'Neal came to your basketball practice, right?
He did. He walked
How was
right.
that?
That was fantastic. Shaquille is a wonderful fella, and Charles is too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, it was a great night.
Oh, goodness. Again, I guess it was one of those miscommunications. He didn't have our number. We had his number.
I tried to call.
Right.
But then I decided, nah, forget it.
He's smarter than that. That's why he's a good businessman. It's like, I'm not having these kids come up there and ruin everything.
I wanted Kyle.
He's serious, by the way.
Everyone wants Kyle. You
know.
don't get
It's
this.
the beard, I guess.
It's the beard.
It's the beard and the hat. That's what I like.
Anything else coming up for the Greenbrier? Anything big? What are we looking down the road?
There's, we hope to build a performing arts theater. The biggest thing that I wanted to accomplish about the Greenbrier is just really, really simple, and that's just this, is create, I want to do 2 things. I did want to do this in the golf tournament. I want West Virginians to feel just a little bit more proud of themselves than they really get to feel most of the time. And I want the world to see just how good West Virginians really are. And I am really passionate about that. And I want good things to happen to the employees there and the communities there and our whole state. And I want our state to feel like they have an ownership in the Greenbrier because it is our treasure and it is really special.
Well, I do want to tell you one more thing before you head off. The Evander Holyfield was back, was it February or January? It was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, our censor, the nice lady who watches our show week in and week out, she actually had a little women's retreat. Her sisters go up every year and they spend some time at the Greenbrier.
Sure.
And they're at a spa and there was Evander Holyfield. And he was very nice to them,
Right.
shook hands and everything. Well, they followed him around for a little bit. And when he was getting like a massage or facial, they took a picture of him when he wasn't looking. And I just want to let you know that. So if you see her name, I'll give her her name later. If you see her name next year, revoke and say, no, this lady's not coming back. I hope you don't mind.
I think she makes some money on eBay with it. I mean, I'd go with it.
Well, it's
But
Evander
let me tell you
Holyfield.
this, Jamie. Think about this. Evander, Lennox Lewis, and Larry Holmes all showed up at maybe just been Lennox and Larry and Evander. They showed up at my basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
They watched our high school kids over at the high school gym, and they're good guys and everything. The only thing I hate about hurt my back playing golf with Jerry West, of all things, last summer, and everything. And I wanted to really spar with Evander, and I was going to do it. I was really going to do it, because I figured, well, he'll just be playing around, and I thought I'll drill his butt one time, but.
Oh, this isn't going to turn out good, is it?
But then I'd run, but I didn't get it done.
Well, that's horrible. I'm glad you didn't, because then that would have been controversy and they would have never.
Oh, well, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been bad for me. It broke me in two, probably.
Well, Jim, if we show up, just let us in and don't punch us because Kyle has the face and from television there.
No, you guys are welcome
It's the money maker.
every day now.
All right, excellent.
Now that we know you and you've got the free pass, you're ready to go.
I'm going to take you up on that free
Okay.
pass.
Okay.
Jim Justice, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
We'll be
you so
right
much.
back with Quiet. Don't go anywhere. Thank you very much.